I'm so sorry.
Girl, you give me feelings in the summertime. Something about the weather in July. But I'm about as fickle as the sands of time, so I don't wanna call you mine. There's a little ember in my heart that flickers. Nothing seems to cultivate the flame. I don't got a problem making conversation. Sorry, but that's where it's gotta stay. Don't wait for me, don't wait for me, I wouldn't catch you if you fell. I can't even catch myself. Don't wait for me, you're the kind of lady that can make my head spin. I don't gotta take another drink. Sitting back enjoying that tan complexion. Wonder what your parents think. There's a little look that you and all your friends give.
Hello friends, and welcome back to another weekly vlog. This is going to be a little bit different. So this week we have, I think I now have like 7 books to read in a week. Am I going to finish it? Maybe not, but we'll see. So this is going to be 2 sort of readathons in one. This is going to be the Do the Thing-a-thon and the Raw Readathon in one, because I don't think I would keep up with doing 2 separate readathon vlogs in 1 week after having a week of not vlogging. So yesterday, for the Raw Readathon, I started To Kill a Kingdom, and today I finished it and I loved it. So just a brief little rundown of what it is. To Kill a Kingdom follows Elias and Lyra, and Lyra is a siren, Elias is a prince, and this one is the definition of enemies to lovers. She's a siren and she kills people by taking their hearts, and he is a siren hunter. So her mother curses her because her mother's evil, curses her to live life as a human until she can bring the queen this siren killer's heart. So what is going on with my hair? My hair's a mess. So as expected, things happen, but the way that it was done was just great. The banter, oh my god. I listened to it on audiobook on BookBeat as well, and it was just the banter between the crew, between Elias, the little sarcastic snide comments to each other and stuff. It was great. Also, just the storytelling. I've never read anything by Alexandra Christo before, and I do have I think it's called Into the Crooked Place. I'll leave it, picture of it here. That's the first book in a duology, I think, and I've got that to read at some point, so I'm hopefully going to pick that up in the next, well, as soon as possible really, because I really do like her writing. So next up we're going to go into Serpent and Dove. Now this is a bit of a chunky book, and we're on Monday, by the way. I didn't start this yesterday when the Raw Readathon started because I forgot, because I'm an idioto. But we're also, this is not even part of the Raw Readathon or the Do a Thing-a-thon, but this is part of my book's Netathon. TBR. Why I do this to myself, I have no idea. As Kitty says, Lisa has no chill. So, yes, I do have this. I've already started it, and I'm loving it so far. So I've got this to read next, and then I don't know what I'm going to move on to next. I do have the audiobook of The Watcher, so this would tick off Book Netathon, Do the Thing-a-thon, and Raw Readathon. So this needs to get done and dusted as soon as. I think I need to put you down. 1 second. I did start The Stars and the Blackness Between Them, but I'm not sure if I'm going to finish that one because just I've read the first couple of pages and I was really struggling with how it was written, because it's written exactly the way that they would talk, and one of the characters is from Trinidad, and if I can't find the audiobook anywhere, not that's available in the UK anyway, so if I was to listen to the book and I could hear the accent and the way they were talking, then that would be so much easier for me. But because I'm trying to read it, and the way that it's written is quite broken English, but it's also written in the same sort of way that they would say it, and how they would talk, it was just throwing me off and I just couldn't get into it. So because I know that I have a lot of books to get to, I didn't want to try and struggle through that one. So that could possibly be one of the ones that I don't finish this week. I hate not completing things though. I am a completionist, and when I don't finish things, it bugs me. And I'm also at my family's house this weekend because it's my parents' anniversary. So there's that. So we'll see what we can do. But come along for the ride and watch me slowly lose my mind over a week, because that'll be fun. So yeah, come along with me.
I wanna feel cold in the morning, stealing covers off of me. And I don't even need a warning, cause girl, I won't go back to sleep. I just wanna feel you on my chest, savoring each breath. I wanna drink wine in the evening, singing all our favorite songs. And I don't need to chase a feeling, cause you already knocked the edge off. And I just wanna dance around the room, loving only you. Oh, every imperfection, every scar, not a thing could change the person you are. My lover, baby, you'll always be perfect to me. I wanna stay home on the weekend when all our friends are going out, cause I don't see the need for speaking when you can just kiss me with your mouth. I don't need to try and pass the time, cause it's already flying by. I wanna be close.
What's going on? So, sorry if you can hear a noise in the background. I put my washing on, and I live in a small flat, so my desk is like next to my kitchen, next to my living room, next to my everything. So yeah, it's now Wednesday. I can't remember if I updated you yesterday. No, it's not. It's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. And I still can't remember if I updated you yesterday because recently everything's been a bit of a blur. So I'm feeling a lot better than I was last week and the week before. But I'm still feeling very out of it and I don't know what's going on. I can't afford to be feeling like this right now because I start a new job soon. So I'm hoping that, I don't know what I'm hoping, to be fair, to be quite honest with you. Last night I filmed my bullet journal spreads and I'm not 100% happy with them because I messed up a lot, but maybe because I was tired. But I was doing it whilst I was listening to Serpent and Dove, and last night I finished Serpent and Dove, which, can we have a round of applause for the book finished? So that was book 2, was it? Speaking of bullet journals, I've got mine here, so I'm gonna have a look. So that was book 2 for the Royal Readathon, and I don't think it ticks off anything else. No, it didn't. So that was one of the additional books I picked just for the Royal Readathon. And then at the moment I'm listening to The Watcher as well. I've read along a bit as well, but this is A Watcher by Ross Armstrong. I was sent this book to review back in 2017, which I do apologise. I was sent this by HarperCollins HQ. That was about the time where I was just accepting review copies of things, and just mental health took a nosedive into oblivion, so I just stopped vlogging. But yeah, so what I'm trying to do at the moment is, where possible, catch up on backlist stuff, as well as keep up with current reads and current arcs and review copies that have come out that are being offered, because I do enjoy doing reviews and I really do appreciate when publishers send me things. I'm just not going to put too much pressure on myself to do it all at once. I might try and do at some point, like, reading a couple of my backlist videos, like do a couple like that. A lot of them are thrillers. I think most of them are thrillers. There's some crime ones in there, but generally with thrillers, unless I'm really gonna love it, I'm probably gonna unhaul it after anyway, because I can't imagine rereading a thriller. But we'll see how I feel. The Watcher. This follows a woman called Lily Gullick, and she and her husband have just moved into and bought a new apartment that is in an area that's being gentrified. And basically she's a bird watcher, and one day she decides to go from watching birds to watching her neighbours. She then finds that a neighbour that she's recently spoken to has been found dead, and she takes it upon herself to investigate this. For reasons unbeknownst to me, but she does refer a lot to crime programmes that she watches and emergency room, like what they're called, medical dramas that she watches. I am enjoying it so far, but the one thing that does sort of baffle me a little bit is that it's just the way that it happens. Like, the other people, so this is probably going to spoil a little bit for you, so if you're not wanting to be spoiled for this, then skip ahead and I'll try and put a thingy up here as to when I stop talking about it. So she has moved into this new apartment with her husband. Her husband is a writer, and he's a struggling writer, and he doesn't leave the house. I don't know what kind of relationship they have. It's not hostile, but it's not like a loving relationship, and it's very strange. And she's gone from just watching her neighbours to one night when she can't sleep, she sees a light on for one of her neighbours across the road, and this is one of the buildings that hasn't yet been demolished and changed into these new apartments that these high-end earners can purchase. So she sees this one person with a light on, and she notices that that person's called Jean from when she's previously been watching her. But then on this one occasion she decides to go over to her for some reason, whereas everyone else she just watches. That bit just baffles me. I don't know why, when she doesn't even know this woman, she decides to just randomly one night when she can't sleep, when she sees a light on, to just go over. I don't understand that bit. Obviously it starts the plot rolling like the night that she goes to see her, then like the day after she's found dead. So that I feel like it's just used as a plot device. It wouldn't be that much of a thing if she'd spoken to these people before as well. Or if she had a habit of going over to these people's places after she'd watched them. But up until this point where she went over to this Jean's house, she didn't go to anybody else's flats, which is just strange. The way that she talks, this is told in first person as well, by the way, and it's told as if she's talking to us, which I like. But it's also talking to us like, it sounds a bit like journal entries as well. But she keeps referring to us as you and saying like, oh, you know what I'm like, or don't tell me I'm turning out like my mother, and things like this. Or you keep calling and things like that. So I don't know who she's writing this to. And then all the chapters are started with like 15 days till it comes, 10 days till it comes, and it's counting down to something. So it's just very strange. And she has quite an erratic sort of thought process. So she'll be talking to you, and then she'll ask a question and answer her own question, and then it's just being in her head. It's just very it puts me off kilter a bit at times. So I'm not 100% sure how to feel about that, but I am really enjoying the actual story. But this has really made me not want to leave my curtains open. Anyone who knows me I'm extremely paranoid anyway, and I'm an extremely anxious person. Why I like to read thrillers, I have no idea. But I will read those, I will watch crime and thriller programs, and it just makes my overactive imagination even more, like, on edge. So I generally, because I live in the town centre, and whenever I'm walking around, people can, like, look up and see to my flat anyway. And then there's, like, shops that have second floors that are directly across the way. And there's been times when I used to leave my curtains open where people have been working upstairs and I've been walking around my flat doing stuff, and then they've been staring through the window, and it made me feel really nervous. So I closed my curtains. It freaks me out that people do this. Like, she hasn't done it in a malicious way, but she was being a very nosy neighbour. And I know there's people watching, and then there's people watching. She got her binoculars out. They're supposed to be for, like, her watching her birds, and she just has to watch her neighbours. Like, who does that? She seems to be very erratic. She keeps saying, like, don't call me crazy, and don't say that I'm gonna turn out like my mum, or and things like that. It's got me thinking so many things, like, is her husband really real and just generally is a struggling writer who doesn't leave the house? Or did she used to have a husband that was a writer, and something's happened to him, and she doesn't want to think about losing him, so in her mind he's still there, and she's moved into this new place to try and get a fresh new start, and then obviously she's hallucinating and thinking her husband's still there, and then she started bird watching and people watching. I don't know. Maybe I should read the rest of it to find out. That could be a thing. That could be a thing. So there's that, and I spent far too long talking about that. So next up we have Black is the Body, and this is a set of essays, 12 essays written by Emily Bernard, and she talks about life as a black woman. And the reason this was sparked as, like, she was told to write about feelings and write everything down. This was started, and it was based on an event that happened in 1994 when she was stabbed. She went to a coffee place late at night. She's from America, and their coffee places, they open late. So she went to a coffee place late at night, which was near where she was studying, because she was at uni or college, whatever they want to call it. And she ended up being involved in a stabbing, and then in 2001 she was urged to sort of write down her feelings, and it's just her talking about once she started writing, she then sort of created these essays. So I am literally at this far in. So I'm not that far in so far, but just the first part of what she's written, I'm gonna read it to you because I feel like it's very profound. So here we go. Blackness is an art, not a science. It is a paradox, intangible and visceral, a situation and a story. It is a thread that connects these essays, but its significance as an experience emerges sometimes randomly and unpredictably in a life as I have lived it. It is inconsistent, continuously in flux, and yet also a constant condition that I carry in and on my body. It is a condition that encompasses beauty, misery, wonder and opportunity. In its inherent contradictions, utter mysteries, and bottomlessness is a reservoir of narratives. Race is the story of my life, and therefore black is the body of this book. That, my friends, is what you call writing. I think it's going to be, like, a very profound read. So I'm going to get the tissues out for later. Right now, though, what I'm going to do is continue to listen to The Watcher, and then upload my, edit and upload my bullet journal video if I think it's going to be good enough. I don't know if it will be. I tried to get the best lighting, but the lighting was crap yesterday, and I don't have like an overhead camera thing, and these lights are energy saving and they're really, really dim, so I don't know. We'll see how the quality comes out, but we'll see. I'm just going to go and do that, and then I will update you when there's something else to update you on. Hopefully I'll finish The Watcher and at least got halfway through Black is the Body later on today, so I will let you know. Hello. Lighting's a bit dodgy again, but it is what it is. Quickly, I've just got this delivered in the post, and it was my pre-order of Threadneedle. I did not realise how chunky this motherfucker was gonna be, but here we are. Oh, it's got a little quote by Robin Hobb. The magic both gleams and threatens. You'll want to give this a try. So this follows a girl called Anna who's been told all her life that by her aunt that magic can be dangerous, and then she meets some girls who, in fact, let me just read you the synopsis briefly so that I'll do a better job than me because I'm an idiot. Anna's aunt has always warned her of the dangers of magic, its twists, its knots, its deadly consequences. Now Anna counts down the days until the ceremony that will bind her magic forever. And so she meets Effie and Attis. They open her eyes to a London she never knew existed, a shop that sells memories, a secret library where the librarian feeds off words, a club where revellers lose themselves in a haze of spells. But as she is swept deeper into this world, Anna begins to wonder if her aunt was right all along. Is her magic a gift or a curse? This is beautiful. Initially, obviously, as you can probably tell, this was going to be a cover buy, but then I read the blurb and I was like, top tier shit, and I pre-ordered it. So this came in today from Waterstones, and I now have, in the space of 6 months, since December, I have gained enough stamps on my Waterstones Plus to get a £10 credit. It says a lot, doesn't it? So yeah, I just wanted to show you that. So that's going on to the TBR cart. The ever-growing TBR cart of doom. Never mind. We all love books, don't we? It's a safe space, no judgment here, yeah? Got it? Good. Bye!
I wanna feel cold in the morning, stealing covers off of me. And I don't even need a warning, cause girl I won't go back to sleep. I just wanna feel you on my chest, savoring each breath. I wanna drink wine in the evening.
Hey, welcome back. This is, I think it's my second update of the day. Well, it's kind of technically Wednesday now because it's in the AM, but it's about 12:30. I'm just coming to you with an update before I go to bed, or try and sleep at least. So I finished The Watcher, and it got a 3 stars on Compile. It wasn't bad, but it was highly predictable with the Easter eggs that were left, and I figured it out before they figured it out, basically, with multiple things that went on. So it was good, but I'm not gonna be keeping this. I will be unhauling it, but it was good. So that's that one. And then I moved on to Dora Smoke and Bone, which I've been listening to alongside reading, and I've got this far into it. I'm really tempted to just stay up and finish it tonight because I'm listening on 2 speed and I've got like an hour and 30 minutes left. So I'm very tempted to stay up and listen to it to get it finished. But I might just go to sleep and just try and get an early start tomorrow instead. So I've not read any more of Black is the Body because I moved on to this, because this is the last book that I've got on audiobook. The rest are physical reads, and now that I think about it, maybe I should have mixed it up, but I thought if I could get through the quick reads first, then if I needed to take the time with the other books, then I could do. I'm hoping, instead, obviously because I didn't get this done today, I'm hoping to get through this tomorrow. It's only like 200 pages, so I'm hoping I can get through this tomorrow. I'm almost halfway through House in the Cerulean Sea, which again, fingers crossed, I can get done tomorrow or Thursday. And then we've got Shadow and Bone, Ready Player One, Jade City, and Northern Lights. I think that's what we've got to read. I will only have Wednesday, Thursday that I definitely know 100% I will be able to read, because Friday is my parents' anniversary, so I'll be going over to see them on Friday. So obviously their anniversary night I will be spending time with them, and with it being a bank holiday weekend as well, yeah, we'll see how it goes. So this weekly vlog is going to be from Monday, just gone, until next Monday, so it's going to be a little bit longer. So it's going to be like a full, just over a week of, like the last week of May of me reading, because I don't really want to start a new weekly vlog at the end of May, or I'd rather start on the beginning of June, which makes sense in my eyes. That makes a whole bunch of sense to me. It is what it is. It is what it is. What it is. So yeah, I will update you all tomorrow, technically later on today, when I wake up. She said, hola, ¿cómo está? She said, konnichiwa. Today is Wednesday. And I've read a bit more of The House on the Cerulean Sea. I did not check where I had come, where I was up to last night. But I have got a bit more into this, and I am, chair squeaky, I am loving this, absolutely loving this. Initially, I mean, I knew Linus was a straight-laced kind of character to start with anyway, but reading it on the page was just kind of a bit like cringe at first, because it's very sort of like prejudiced, judgmental, but it was a very by the book kind of character. But as it's starting to warm up, you sort of see that obviously it's not just that, and he doesn't actually maybe think the way that he's been told he should think. So I'm really, really enjoying it. It's just the kids are just, they're all just, you just want to protect more. And I think the way that it's been written, the way Theodore interacts with people just is so cute. And Chauncey, I'm obviously not going to describe these characters to you because you need to find out by reading the book, but Chauncey's just constant politeness, and just, I think all of the characters and their individual personalities just add up to one massive cinnamon roll that you just want to squeeze. I've not read any more of any of the other books I need to read, and it's currently 3 o'clock, so I really do want to get this finished today though. So this is going to be my priority today, and then I'm probably going to move on to Black is the Body. This is what I'm going to do, and then after that I'm going to focus on Shadow and Bone and these violent delights. It's not these violent delights. These feathered flames is what I'm going to focus on after that. This and these feathered flames. So that is the plan of action for the next 2 days. A little bit of progress today, but not the best. My Bujo video goes up today, and I went down a rabbit. The reason I haven't read as much as I wanted to of The House on the Cerulean Sea is obviously since I started bullet journaling, more people's bullet journal videos are coming up in my feed, and this ASMR video came up, and the style, the aesthetic of how she does her journals is not my aesthetic, but I will link her down below. But it's like ASMR bullet journaling, which sounds like probably you could do ASMR anything, but that just sounds strange, doesn't it? But she wears these very vintage lace gloves, and her style is very sort of lace, muted, nude colours like browns and old vintage sort of postcard style. And her journals that she uses are just so beautiful, and these little bookmarks that have the little tassel on, it's just such a beautiful aesthetic. Not my aesthetic, because mine is just all black. So if you could get an all black version of this, I would love it. But it was just so calming to watch. So I could totally understand why people like ASMR videos. The next few months with videos, if you've got any ideas of what you'd like to see, would you like to see more bullet journal videos? Would you mind if I did more different styles of content on this channel? It would be more an effort to try and like grow 2 channels, but I don't know, just let me know what you think. I just don't want it to become like a mishmash of things. People are just like, I don't want to watch anymore. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I will be going now and reading more of The House in the Cerulean Sea, and I will see you all when there's something else to update you on. I'm on page 196 and Linus is having a conversation with Fee. And I don't know why, because it's not a sad conversation, but I can just feel myself filling up. Like, the way he's talking to her, trying to teach her things, and she's teaching him things, and it's just so cute. I don't know why I'm getting so emotional over it. It's not even a sad scene, but it's just so sweet. I just love it.
I wanna feel cold in the morning, stealing covers off of me. And I don't even need a warning, cause girl I won't go back to sleep. I just wanna feel you on my chest, savoring each breath. I wanna drink wine in the evening, singing all our favorite songs. And I don't need to chase a feeling, cause you already knocked the edge off. And I just wanna dance around the room, loving only you. Oh, every imperfection, every scar, not a thing could change the person you are. My lover, baby, you'll always be perfect to me. I wanna stay home on the weekend when all our friends are going out, cause I don't see the need for speaking when you can just kiss me with your mouth. I don't need to try and pass the time, cause it's already flying by. I wanna be close when you need me, but no one else could understand. And when we have a house and a family, I'll still hold on to your hand. I'll still look you in the eyes like the first time.
Hey, tis whatever day today is, 27th, Thursday, and I have now finished Shadow and Bone. And I don't know if I updated you, but I've also finished The House in the Cerulean Sea. So I've had a busy day, 2 days of reading, and I think I mentioned it on a couple of lives that I've been on recently. I've been finding it difficult to actually read without the audiobook. So when I was reading The House in the Cerulean Sea, although I was really enjoying it, I think I might try and find some sort of ambience music to listen to or have in the background when I'm reading, because I feel like I can hear everything when I'm not listening to an audiobook, because the atmosphere just seems so quiet when I'm just sat reading. So I did tab a few things you can't really see because they are yellowy green, but there was just a few little sort of quotes and things that I tabbed that I'm just gonna when I get paid I'm gonna do write them in my life journal, because I'm gonna start doing a life journal. And it's more going to be like, I used to try and write journals and just keep up with them that way, but it got to a point where I just didn't stick to it. And I'd go literally months or even a year without writing in a journal, and I don't know, it's just something that I couldn't stick to. But I'm finding that sticking to bullet journaling is a lot easier. So if I do still want to record like memories and like my life. So I've seen you can do like those sticker life journals, and people do it in like a scrapbook kind of way. I feel like that would be less pressure than feeling like I have to write something in a journal every day. So when I do finally get those journals, when I decide which ones I want to get, I'm just gonna put some of these quotes in because they are just so sweet. And this book, I'm gonna do a full review on this book at some point, I think, because there's just so many messages, and it goes from Linus being a square, but you could tell even from the beginning, even though I disliked him at the beginning, he's a square, but that's all he know. All he's ever known. All he's ever known is just rules and loneliness, and he's never wanted to hope for anything better because it's felt like, what's the point? He's just living this grey, lonely life that's just very plain and basic, and he's just feeling like that's all he can do. He's doing his best, whatever he can do. And then he meets Arthur and the kids from the house in the Cerulean Sea, from the orphanage on, and I pronounced it Marcius. I don't know if that's right. I will put the spelling down here, but I pronounced it Marcius. Marcius, I don't know which way it's gonna go. I like the fact that it has queer rep in it, but it's not a thing. It's not people are queer and let's just take the mick out of them or bully them because they are queer. It's, they are queer and they just are. TJ Klune, I'm going to be picking up some more of their books because the writing style as well. I did find that there were a couple of words that kept coming up a lot that just didn't I couldn't get them right. So, well, one of them was sconces, and I kept reading it as scones or scones, however you pronounce it. So that was one word, and then there was balkin. I don't know how you actually say it, but I'll put it again on here. And it was just words that were constantly repeated, like sconces and balkin, and then there were other words that, although some of the descriptive words that came up that I hadn't ever read in a book before. So sometimes that was a bit jarring, because as anybody who knows me, and I mentioned in previous vlogs, when it comes to words that are difficult to pronounce or words that I find difficult to just get into my noggin, it does sort of like pull me out of the story sometimes. But that's a me thing. That's a me being incapable of being able to read a word correctly, and that's not a writer thing. That's just a dumbass me thing. But there we go. I gave this 5 stars, obviously, and I gave this 4 stars, and I'll tell you for why. I don't understand how people can say that Alina is not like other girls, because I have looked up that phrase and the meaning of that, and the not like other girls thing is about those girls that are not like other girls, but they're very tomboyish and they don't like girly things, but they very much look down on those that do. They're the kind of people that would be prejudiced against and bully people that do wear dresses and wear makeup and stuff like that, and think they're better than those girls who are girly girls. And this is not Alina at all. So when people say she's not like other girls, I don't get that. I don't understand where that comes from. It's very weird to me, because nowhere in this book does she ever, in any way, shape or form, feel like she's better than anybody else. In fact, she doesn't feel like she's worth much at all. And I can understand how some people cannot like being in her head. She's very much, I'm not good enough for anything, and she's very down on herself. I'm very down on myself. If you heard my thoughts, you would probably hate being in my head as well. So I don't feel like it's overly repetitive when she talks down about herself. Maybe I'm more tolerant to things like this, people that are in their own heads, and maybe I relate to them a bit more than than some other people. Unless I might have been totally missing it, but I just haven't. The critiques that people have come out with about this book, I just haven't seen. She's a young girl who has found that she's fallen in love with her best friend. She doesn't want to ruin their friendship by telling him, and then all of a sudden she gets told she's this thing that the friends that she's grown up with don't particularly like because they all seem up themselves, and she's suddenly told she's one of them, and she's pulled away from the one person that she loves in life. I'm sorry, but how can that? I don't understand. Anyway. Oh my god. basically this is me just saying I liked this book. I just really enjoyed it. So sue me. No, don't sue me, I can't afford legal bills. I'm a funny onion. So this week so far I have read these books, and I've also read another one, I think, but I can't remember what it was. Was it? It was The Frozen Crown, which I will leave here, which is a book that I have now reviewed finally after 6 months of having it. So, physical books we've got left for this week. We have Jade City, Ready Player One. I'm looking at it, was it Northern Lights? And we also have Black is the Body by Emily Bernard. I have the audiobook for these two, I think. So I'm going to probably listen to and read along with Ready Player One. And then I do still have these Feathered Flames to read this month as well. But that's more like an extra. Not that I needed any more books to add on to my TBR, but that's an extra one that I added on that can roll over into next month if needed. Yes, I'm happy with my progress so far. See, that, since we're on Thursday night now, and I've read all these since like Sunday, plus an ebook. So, but it's now 11:30 and I'm gonna go and start listening to either Jade City or Ready Player One. And I will see you all when I update you next.
I wanna feel cold in the morning, stealing covers off of me. And I don't even need a warning, cause girl I won't go back to sleep. I just wanna feel you on my chest, savoring each breath. I wanna drink wine in the evening, singing all our favorite songs. And I don't need to chase a feeling, cause you already knocked the edge off. And I just wanna dance around the room, loving only you. Oh, every imperfection, every scar, not a thing could change the person you are. My lover, baby, you'll always be perfect to me. I wanna stay home on the weekend when all our friends are going out, cause I don't see the need for speaking when you can just kiss me with your mouth. I don't need to try and pass the time, cause it's already flying by. I wanna be.
Can we just hide down here? Because I'm gonna cover myself once I've shown you the absolute ridiculousness. You can see it peeking through there, can't you? Okay, so I went to my family's house and I'm back. It's Monday. I'm going to close out this vlog. It is the last day of the month, and I wore sun cream, guys. I did wear sun cream. However, I was reading in the sun, just chilling. I forgot to rearrange myself on a few occasions, and I didn't account for the fact that the book would cast a shadow. So you can see that my chest is really red, and my shoulder is really red, but then I've got this bit here that is white. And then it's the same on this side. So let's just hang fire while I get my dressing gown on. So yeah, I've still got a few red bits on my face, but we can't cover that up because I'm on camera. So what did I do? So Jade City, it wasn't officially on my May TBR, but I did start it, and it was a book club, Patreon book club pick for Jade's Patreon, yeah, that one. I'm about halfway through. I'm probably gonna put it down for a little bit, and then I'm going to try and get at least halfway through These Feathered Flames and finish Northern Lights today, because over the weekend I got halfway through Northern Lights. I finished Ready Player One, which I gave 5 stars. It was brilliant. It was just, it wasn't 10s across the board, but it was solid 9s across the board. And it was just, I've seen Will Wheaton in The Big Bang Theory, but I've not seen him in anything else. His narration of Ready Player One, chef's kiss. I also finished Black is the Body. I started and finished that all over the weekend. I haven't given Black is the Body a rating because it is a non-fiction. It is kind of essays depicting her life, and I don't feel like it would be appropriate to rate it. Got partway through These Feathered Flames and halfway through Northern Lights over the weekend. If I don't update you later on tonight, then if I don't update you again later today, then I hope you've enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you all in my next one. If I do update you later, you'll probably see me in a couple of seconds.
Girl, you give me feelings in the summertime. Something about